Hey everyone. Hey, I'm back. I was redoing a couple of my yarn braids. It's late, so everybody sleeps, so I'm like really quiet. I've already done a couple of henna crowns, and as you can see, the ends look like little twigs. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off those straight ends because I tied them at a knot, and I'm gonna show you how I tie it to secure them tight so they won't keep falling out. And then I dip them in hot water. I won't dip them tonight because I'm going to go to bed and it takes forever to dry the yarn. Like, it'll be dry, but it'll be damp. Like, you know how you get a towel sopping wet and it takes forever it's still damp a little bit. It's not wet, but it's like damp. That's how the yarn is. So, when I get started, what you're going to need is some type of styling gel. It's some type of moisturizer. I'm using Carol's Daughter Lock Butter for locks, palm rolls, twists, two-strand twists, and then basic aloe vera gel, the ultimate moisturizer next to water. What I did is pour aloe vera gel on the top of the Carol's Daughter lid. We're going to need 100% acrylic yarn. Do not use wool. Wool will dry your hair. So far, I haven't had any problems with moisture. I've retained a lot of my moisture. I did get a little buildup. So what I'm going to do is change what I'm spraying my hair with. I might just use basic water and oil, and then try to shampoo and condition it like my scalp, like you do dreads, like you massage the shampoo on your scalp and get like a clear towel and wipe your scalp clean. Because it's not necessarily my scalp, it's like the braid itself. I might just wash them. I've seen a couple of people wash their locks before, or their yarn braids before, so I'll probably go ahead and do that. But yeah, 100% acrylic yarn. I'm using black. I got this yarn from Walmart. It's by Red Heart. It was $2.47 for each roll. I had bought like 5-6 packs this time last year, and I just haven't used it. I actually ended up, I would say you would use like a bundle and a half for this size braids. And I have a small head, so you might have to actually end up using 2. If your head's bigger than mine, you have more hair than me, you probably may or may not end up using the whole 2 spools or spoons, whatever, packs of the yarn. Scissors to cut the ends. So I'm going to get started, and clip to hold your hair back. So because in the middle, I'm going to use 3 strands of yarn, and on the edges only use 2 strands. So this is how this works. I take 2 strands and I take the one and I overlap it, looping it like a shoelace. So it creates like a loop. Then you measure it to make sure they're like semi-equal sides. They don't have to be perfect. Oh, and then I measure it together. And if some of it's hanging off, the excess like that is hanging off, that's good, because the longer piece you're probably going to end up wrapping around the end of your hair to tie it. How I cut the yarn was I unraveled a whole spool of yarn around my chair. A basic dinner chair. I just wrapped it around and I cut it. And then I cut it in half, and I left it like that. So that's why it's so long. But okay, so I'm gonna dab a little lock butter, twist it on the hair. Aloe vera gel, as much as you want. Saturate your hair if you like. I usually do, especially the ends. Saturate the ends with the aloe vera gel. Rub a little bit on the hair so it'll make it easier to work with, so it won't be this dry fabric. And also, use a product that smells good, because whatever product you use is going to stay in the fabric of the yarn. So I take it. Okay. What I'm going to do is loop it around. Can y'all see that? This is my hair, this is yarn. I'm going to loop it around and twist it. Twist the yarn around the hair and just begin braiding. Then I'm going to pick up 2 strands of hair and keep braiding. Now, I'm not making this super tight, so it's going to look loose. I don't want it bone tight. I don't want to pull my hair off and damage it at the roots. So this is what I'm doing. And you see the edge of my hair right here? It's sticking out a little bit. I'm going to put more gel, aloe vera gel on it just to lay it down, so it'll lay down with the yarn. And just braid it all the way down. And I'm kind of twisting it so it'll roll nicely into the yarn. I'm only going to do like 2 of these because you don't need to sit here and see me braid my hair all the way. I'm just showing you how I do mine. If you guys know a better technique or a much neater technique, go for what you know. This is just what's convenient for me, and it seems to work. I haven't had any of them slip out at all. None. So, and my hair is growing really nicely, and I think I'm going to keep this in throughout my whole pregnancy, mainly because this is so much easier. I know wash and goes are easier too, but this is easy. I can just style it and go. I don't have to worry about air drying. I don't have to worry about shingling it, or make sure my curls are just right, or if my hair is too dry, I can put it in a lock style and it'll be cute. So yeah, I'm still natural, have no intentions on going back. Love my natural hair. I'm actually contemplating locking my hair, so I'm actually in the process of researching that, and then I'll possibly go see a loctician soon, because my husband really likes my hair like this. He said locks will suit you. So, and I love him too, but the fact that his confirmation, like he likes them too, like it's a big plus, you know. So I'm going to braid it all the way to the end. Here in my eye. And as it gets shorter, I'm just pulling the long pieces to the shorter side to create a longer hair. And if you get like a straight piece that sticks out, it's fine, because you're going to cut it off and dip it anyway. So now that I'm here, so I want them as long as possible. I'm at the end point. I'm going to take the longer piece, and I'm going to, what is that? I'm going to wrap it around and loop it like a little knot. But I'm going to loop it under and then pull it upward so it'll be tight. Because if you loop it downward, then it's much more likely that the little knot that you made will slip out. So loop it upward and then pull as tight as you can. So it's really, really small, itty bitty tight, like a super knot. Like that. And I'm going to cut this for you. Now what I usually do is take the bottom part and just cut it like I like a little triangle. I don't know why I do it like this, I just do it. I don't want to do it square. I think it'll look too made up. And this is a straight piece, just cut that off, because when you dip it, it'll seal it anyway. And just cut a little angle off of this one. So if you need to like tighten it or something, you have this little piece to pull on. And this is it. And people can't really tell once it's dipped that it's a knot. So that's it. I'll do one more. Hopefully my camera won't cut off on me. Lock butter, aloe vera gel, got my shears, 3 strands of yarn.